So in the story of modern global development, China's journey in overcoming poverty and building socialism with Chinese characteristics stands as a transformative chapter in modern global history. For decades, the country has pursued a unique model of development guided by the goal of creating a moderately prosperous society in all respects. And the starting point for China's development journey began at the onset of the Chinese Revolution and when the CPC was able to take over in leadership capacity. And its development began from a point of profound scarcity where so over half a century ago, this is when it happened, you had a country whose average annual income was over £100 a month. 88% of its population was living in extreme poverty, and other metrics such as life expectancy and literacy were amongst the lowest in the world. So since then, and under the CPC's leadership, through a sustained, targeted and nationwide campaign, China lifted 800 million people out of poverty, absolute poverty, which accounts for over 70% of global poverty reduction in that period. This was not an accidental outcome of economic growth. It was absolutely a meticulously organised top-down initiative by the CPC. And so this success is deeply intertwined with China's path, of building socialism. The Chinese model combines state-led planning initiatives with market mechanisms, or it combines those two. And major infrastructure projects such as the world's largest high-speed rail network, 5G network coverage, and urbanization drives have been fundamental in connecting remote communities to economic opportunities. So the state, i.e., with the CPC, has played, not with the CPC, but you know what I mean, has played a central role in directing investment, setting policy requirements, priorities rather, and mobilizing resources on a massive scale. And ultimately, China frames this achievement not just as an economic success, but as a core requirement of socialism. It demonstrates a people-centered approach where the fruits of economic growth are shared with all to ensure basic standard of living. And so this victory over absolute poverty is seen as a crucial foundation for the country's next national goal, which is the building of a modern socialist country by the middle of the century. So I'm going to open it up to the panel. The first person that I have to speak, to go further into these topics is Ali. Oh, did I introduce who I was? I can't remember if I introduced my name. Oh yeah, so apologies. My name is Rashida Islam, and I'm on the Friends of Socialist China Britain Committee.